This is the fourth in the series of art classes sponsored by the Northwest Parkinson's Foundation. We're working with cut paper, and this time we're going to take the colorful pages that we've made and cut out shapes and see what we come up with. I will show you a few that I've worked on. I'm going to angle the camera down so you can see. So what you'll need are scissors, glue stick. It's helpful to have a paper towel, a damp paper towel, or cloth because you get sticky with your glue. And so I want to make sure you can see that. So I decided to make a few shapes out of my colorful paper, and so the first thing I came up with, I like to make cards. My head's cut off. Right, there we go. Trying to get the camera in there. I'm sort of new at this. Sorry. Okay, so here we go. I made a card, birthday card. Cards are handy things to make when people are still having birthdays, even though we can't go and have birthday parties. You can make a birthday card. So I made I just cut a shape out here that I used as the plate. The plate, and that's like a birthday. It's a birthday muffin. Little candle on it. So it's just kind of fun. You can play with that some more. You can put, person's name down the side, or so that's just one option. Cards. And then I was working on this one. Getting that camera again, sorry. So this is I just took a couple of shapes that I had on the side here. There we go. You see the shape. So I just took some shapes, your basic triangles, and I remember when you were little, you had there you go. It looks like a person in a dress. You see that? So I'm going to put a head on there for one of my circles. There we go. Person in a dress. Let's put a hat on. So I just made a little hat out of another. So now we can decide where she. Maybe she's at the beach, so I'm going to put some blue in there for the water. Make sense of the water there. So you don't have to cut all your shapes first. You can sort of put some together and then see what you've got and make other shapes to make it say what you think you want it to say. So I've got some blue here. There's some more blue. We're going to make this. It's going to be at the beach. So there we go. So I'm just cutting out some long strips of blue because I didn't have a big solid piece of blue, but that's okay. This is where she's going to be looking at the water. Okay. There's the water. I have to turn it around and see it. So that's the back of her. She's looking at the water, so we can make that even clearer. That behind, there we go. She's looking at the water. I'm going to make it a little more. I'm going to make it clear that we're behind her because I'm going to give her some hair. And then we'll be able to see that we're from the back. So I'm going to make a little ponytail. So I'm going to put a little more. I'm going to put a little bit of hair there, and then sort of maybe that'll show it. So there's her hair. There's her ponytail. So I'm just setting them here because I'm not sure I'm going to keep these the way they are. I'm going to want the hat over the ponytail. Oh, there we go. So there's her dress, and she's looking at the beach. Oops, we just slipped her ponytail. Okay. I could have her looking at, instead of the beach, I can have her looking at the mountains, because then they'll be higher up. or a sunset. Yeah, making them flip as I go along. That's a good sunset. We may still be at the beach, but we're looking at the sunset on the beach. So here we go. Here's the beach, or the water. And then we'll look at the sunrise or sunset. So I've got some bright yellow here that I'm going to stick in there. But I'm also going to put in some color, you know, streams of color, because that's what sunsets look like. I'll do that, some orange. I'm going to put that in the sky. So we've got some orange in the sky. So you're just going to, I set the pieces down before I commit to gluing them. Because I don't know if I want the water started down here more. And then I've got the sunset. Or sunrise, like I said. I'm just going to put these pieces in. And the water's not working for me, so I'm going to make that, I think, a mountain. I'm going to put some orange above it. Let's see what the difference is. See if the mountain looks more real. So there's we'll put some above it. Now I'm going to make some mountain back there. The sun's coming up around there we go, that's a little better. There's the sunrise coming up. And she's watching. So it's just, you can do whatever comes to you. And so I'm going to set that one aside. I like to make, again, when I make cards, I like to make generic cards so that I can use them for birthdays or anything else. And I like to do things that are shaped. So what's a great shape is a heron. I love herons. So we're gonna cut out some paper that's the shape of a heron. So if you think about the shapes, instead of just a heron, think of it's that beautiful S. So I'm gonna make in like just an oval. And then I'm make another oval, sort of the other way, sort of neck, you know, doing a little curvy thing here. So I'm going to do a little bit of curve, like an S. I'm going to do my S. Put a little bump on the top for a head. I'm going to come around and do the rest of my S. So here's what I've got for. So I've got this S started. It's not looking so great. So I need to kind of come. It's sort of a heron, but it's kind of a fat neck. So I'm gonna go in there and change that neck a little. I'm going to make it a little bit thinner because it was looking too big. So we're going around just trimming some off. And if you wanted to make this out of different curves instead of an S, you can do just one curve one way and one the other way. You can make it out of pieces. You could have them, you know, sort of hiding in a marsh and make the pieces that way. This is looking more like a swan because he doesn't have that big body. So I'm going to put the big body in another piece. That's more like a body of a heron. And that's a little bit better, isn't it? Oops. So that's a little bit, and he needs his feet. So I'm going to find some, it's like feet. I have a little black here. I'm just going to put his little feet so he's standing in the water. I'm going to make the feet in 2 pieces because their legs usually have that turn to them. So I'm going to put one down like that. And I'm going to do the turn and the angle. Usually they go like that. So that's more like the feet. Again, I'm just setting it there for now. So I've got his body and his legs. Let's put a little water there. I still have the water from before. Put a little water there so he's in the water. And what we can do too, oh, I know. Move him up. Put his feet up. He's in the water. He's in the water. You want to see a reflection of him. Because that's what's always so cool about herons. So you might want to put the water there. Put some more water. Then we'll make this similar, but do it the opposite way. We're just sitting in here. I know this isn't like accurate. It's not glued down yet. But we want the S that goes this way to do the flops. We're going to do it this way. I'm going to cut some of this out and see if he's reflecting in the water. I don't like that one. See how you get the reflection of him now in the water? So that's kind of fun. I can play with that and make that curve a little more. So that's sort of interesting. And you can put just sort of create as you go. With some marshes there, because they usually have some kind of marsh near them. So I have some green here, and I'm going to cut some strips out of that. There we go, marsh. So he's hiding in the marsh. There you go. And if you want to add, it's all in the layering. So I'm putting the marsh there, and then I'm going to add his beak isn't quite right. I'm going to cut that out. Maybe just add something on top, and it's usually they have like a cap on their head, so I'm going to put a darker colored cap on his head. So if you're doing your self-portrait, or if you're doing, right now I'm keeping it simple because you just want to see the shapes in things. Because the heron is that S, but there's so many shapes within it, and that's what you want to look for when we see things. We want to see the shapes, not so much the thing as the shape. There's a little cap there. If you can see all that. So that's just, I don't like the marsh there. Sort of hides his tail. So I'm going to put the marsh like over here. That seems better. And that's, it can be a card, it can be, something if you like. I love herons, so I might play with it some more and decide to hold on to it. And you can continue if you want to put sky in there. And so I've got, you've got the sunrise with the with the armless girl in the dress, we might want to add some arms to her. You can see her here. I think the hair works, makes it look like she's looking from behind. And I might give her some arms. Maybe I'll put a picnic basket in her arm. Oh, that'd be fun. I'm gonna do that. I'll put a picnic basket in her arm. Okay, so what is I'm doing shapes. So it's like a little square with a rounded bottom. And we're gonna do, she's gonna need an arm. Move the hair out of the way and put this in here. That might be, that's a good size. Let's give her some arms. Trying to match something that I had saved at the head, but I'm not sure I can do that. So we'll give her some arms. Here we go. There's an arm. Give a little elbow. Then we're gonna go down. There you go. So here is one arm. I'm just gonna. Oh, I can. Let's just put that arm over here and see if that works. This might be the arm with the basket. So we'll put the arm there, and I might cut it to make it angled up to hold the basket. I mean, the arm and the basket's the same color. That probably wasn't smart. I might want to do a basket in a different color so it stands out. So here she's got her arm up, and she's gonna have the basket. And I'll do a different color basket because that way it'll contrast more. Here's a good basket. There's a basket, a little darker, and then I can put a little handle on it. And I'm just sort of foraging around in my scraps here to see what might make a good handle. That's a good one. So I'm going to do a little handle. And we're going to go around her arm. Go like that. Put another one down there. Take her arm through this. Yeah, that one's going behind. Oops. And then her arm came off. And this one will go over. And so I can play with that. But there she's carrying a little basket now. So it's kind of fun. She's gonna have a picnic breakfast. How's that? Because things show up as you make shapes, so you start getting ideas, and they can end up as, you know, as a self-portrait, like this one. You can end up, you know, cutting up a self-portrait. You can end up maybe some flowers. Or maybe it's more note cards, which I have in here. I think I showed those last time. So you can do whatever comes to mind. So this is I did a whale. Sailboats are my favorite because they're just triangles and wedges. And they so say sailboat, and they make great cards. Here's another sunrise I did with the mountain. So, sky's the limit. Whatever shapes and figures come to you. These are just made up again of triangles of different shapes, or different, not shapes, they're triangles of different sizes. And just fish. I think, like I said, the eye sort of fills in the leftover for if you just start with the shapes. So that is class today. Making shapes and having, just being surprised by what shows up and going with it, and layering. And next time we'll talk about how to see the shapes in a picture that you want to create, as opposed to creating from shapes. So until next time, what we'll need next time is the same thing, some colorful paper, glue sticks, and an image of what it is you would like to recreate. Thanks for